Hello everyone. Once again, welcome back to my channel. So in today's session, we'll start with the basics. Like we'll see how we can create an IAM user, and we'll be logging into the console using the IAM user what we have created, and then we'll be adding permissions to it and trying to access the resources for which we have given the permissions. So to start with, I'm entering into the IAM user creation screen. So IAM user is a user which is different from a root user. So consider that you are working in an organization and you have a team of five, and to all the members, you cannot provide the root user access. So to overcome that, we have this provision to create an IAM user for a specific uh, employee person in the team, and you can add permissions to it, like what all the services the user should have access to. So start with, I have I'm into the IAM access and management, that is IAM, and I'll be going into the users tab, and I'll be clicking on create user. I provide a username, so it's I provide it as dash user one. Now I want to provide the console access. Console access is means I want that user to be able to sign into AWS console. So I click here. Now there are two ways to provide the access. You can use in Identity Center, so it's a service in AWS. And second one is if you want to create an IAM user. So for the demo purpose, I'll click second one. Now you need to provide a custom password. So for the user to be able to log into the console using some password. So let me create one. So yeah, I've provided. Let's welcome at that 123. And user must create a new password in the next sign in recommended. Okay, go with next. Now we'll need to add a set of permissions. So when the user logs in, initially he won't be able to access any of these services because it's a fresh user. You don't have any uh, permissions attached. So let's give the user some permissions. So there are three ways to do that. Add user to a group. Now, earlier, as I mentioned, that if you're working in an organization and you're using a AWS account with a team size of five, and you want to provide similar access to all the members of your team, so you can create a group, and then you can keep on adding users to that group. You can create a user and add it to the group, so that permissions will be copied to that particular user. Second one is copy permission. So, for example, I have this program user which has this certain policies, permissions attached. So what I want is what permissions this program user has. I need to provide it into the test user. So I'll just click here, and all permissions will be attached to the test user and attach policies directly. So instead of creating a group or copying from another user, I can attach it directly. So I'll go with attach policies directly, and as of now, I'll be providing say EC2 full access. Okay, I just provide one user to this, and boundaries and all I don't want to set it for now. Go with next. Okay, Amazon EC2 full access and user changed password. So we'll be changing the password when we logs in. So that provision also we are giving it to the test user one. I'll be creating a user. Okay, so password is welcome at 123 and test user, and this is the sign in URL. So download CSV file and return to users list. Now you can see a test user is already being created. Okay. And from the downloads, we have test user one. So this is the user which we created, password and the console login. So I can log in to the URL to the AWS console using this particular URL. I just copy that and I will open it in some other browser. Yes, so you see, it has redirected me to a login page and it's providing the account ID. So account ID is the root user account ID. Now IAM user is test user one, test user one, and password is 123. Okay, sign in. Okay, now I need to provide the old password. Since we had selected that change password on login for the first time. Okay, so I've changed the password, confirm password change. Yes, and now I'm into the console. So to validate that what permissions we have given. So if you remember, we had just given EC2 permissions. Okay, so let's try creating an S3 bucket. Since we're not provided the S3 permissions, it should deny. So create a bucket. So I'll create a bucket with true state 18, 1, 4, 1, and access controls and all. Just let it be to default. Create a bucket. Okay, so see, it is given to create a bucket. S3 create bucket permission is required. So we don't have the create bucket or S3 full access to this particular user. Access denied. Okay, to validate this, let me go here. Test user one, add permissions. Uh, Add permissions. I'll go here. Attach policies direct and go with S3. Okay, let me give full access. Amazon S3 full access. Next, add permissions. Okay, so now this has three permissions. Now again, I have clicked create a bucket. Okay, yeah, now I'm going to create a bucket. So I've already a bucket name with since 18/01/2024, which I created after giving the permission. Okay, now what if I revoke this permission and become history full access? I remove this remove policy. Then again, it will be one policy removed. Okay, let me refresh this. Okay, so only two policies, EC2 and IAM User change. So again, let me refresh this page. Okay, now you don't have the permission to list bucket. So after I remove the permissions, I'm not able to even view the S3 buckets. But since we are given the EC2 permissions, I go to EC2 and yeah, I'm able to access this. I can even go and launch an instance. So just user instance name and let the configuration be as it is and launch instance. Okay, keep name Linux test launch instance. Yeah, successfully launched instance and this is the instance what is created. So it's pending. It will take some time to load. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this session. In the next session, we'll see how you can create roles and how we'll work around with the services using those roles and we'll be accessing the services using the IAM user going ahead. Yes, so please do like, share, subscribe, and please do drop comment if you have any suggestions. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.